So now we're going to go now by telephone connection. I'd like to introduce the next speaker, Georgios Filiopoulos, who is the CEO of Enterprise Greece. I hope that you can join us now and hear us. And I'm going to hand over to you to make your introductory remarks. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for the invitation to join today's panel and to be amongst such distinguished speakers. And I have to apologize, but technology has been an ally in these times. At this time, though, it has failed us here with the connection. There is no doubt that we live in very unusual times, and the pandemic has crippled the global economy. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development has predicted that FDI globally could drop by 40% this year. However, despite the challenges and the overall uncertainty that is troubling us on both personal and business levels, the key thing to remember here is that the current situation is temporary, and the world economy in general, and the Greek economy in particular, will come out stronger and continue to grow. Greece has generally been lauded for its handling of the COVID crisis, and that has reinforced the country's image as a safe place to invest. In dealing with the immediate economic impact of the crisis, the Greek government, as Minister Papathanassis said, has put in place a package of support measures for businesses and households. These include tax relief, direct subsidies, financing for companies, and are designed to safeguard jobs and boost short-term liquidity until the economy can recover. The crisis also served as a catalyst for the government's overall digital strategy. Our country has rolled out a new platform that offers hundreds of government services online and has implemented the program to upgrade IT skills in the private sector. This digital leap forward will have far-reaching and positive effects on productivity and competitiveness. So, even amid the current global uncertainty, Greece has become a promising and secure investment destination in Southeast Europe. Actually, here in Enterprise Greece, we continue to see strong investor interest in sectors like tourism and real estate, energy, logistics, technology, in the agri-food sector, and of course in healthcare and life sciences. What's more, following the years of economic crisis, the asset prices in Greece are still undervalued. Let me here cite data from one recent study by a leading international consulting firm. According to the survey, more than 70% of investors have a positive or very positive view of Greece's overall response, the support measures, and the rollout of the e-government services. Our agency, Enterprise Greece, reinforces this positive perception of Greece via a set of integrated services, such as preparation of customized investment proposals, information on available funding tools and incentives, matchmaking services for potential investors and project owners, fast track of strategic investment projects, and an active project portfolio from competitive business and industry sectors like tourism, real estate, energy, and many more. We promote these projects free of charge and under strict confidentiality for the investors. And let me conclude here with a quote by Winston Churchill that I think applies to the current situation and highlights our attitude here in Greece towards the pandemic. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. We are optimists, and we invite you to join us and to explore together Greece's rewarding investment opportunities. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And I hope you're going to stay on the line now. And just in case you aren't able to stay for the whole discussion, I think I'll take the opportunity now to just follow up with a couple of questions before we move on to our next speakers. Is that okay with you?
Sure, that's fine.
Great. Thanks very much. Yeah, I don't know if you were able to join the earlier panels, but you did have somebody, Mr. Stewart, from the US singing the praises of Enterprise Greece, actually, and the job that's you've been doing over the past year or so. So I guess I've got a couple of questions. One is, what about the geopolitics and the whole increase in tensions in the Eastern Med? Has that had an impact on investors, existing investors, or potential new investors? Is that something that you've encountered in your work? Has it had an impact, or do you expect it to have an impact or not? Because in general, as you've emphasized and other speakers have emphasized, there's been a very positive reaction to the election of the new government and what it's managed to achieve so far, and particularly in the 5 months before COVID hit, and then its management of the pandemic. So that's been all to the good in terms of perceptions of political stability and competent management and all the rest of it. But what about this now? Do you think this could have a negative impact for investors?
Speaking from the experience of our organization, we haven't seen a big concern about this because the Greek government has established strong alliances. Greece participates, is a member of powerful organizations like the NATO and the EU. And in the past year or so, it has established a network of alliances in the region. So we haven't seen so far a significant drawback in terms of investors' expectations. We hope that the situation will keep normalizing as it has started a couple of weeks ago with the new initiatives by the European Union and with the support of the European Union and the US government. And we have a cautiously optimistic outlook because, as you know, it takes two to tango. So I think that we hope that things will get back to normal relatively soon.
Great, thank you. Just one other quick question then on FDI. I mean, you mentioned the UNCTAD forecast for this year, which was for a decline in global FDI flows of 40%. And as we all know, up to now, historically, direct investment into Greece has still been rather disappointing and paltry. So have you noticed then a significant change over the past year? And looking ahead, taking into account what the government has done already and the concrete measures which Mr. Papathanasis has listed, many of them, the measures that are have been implemented or are in process. What do you think should be the priorities for the government there? What do you think would really be a game changer in terms of attracting much larger foreign direct investment inflows to Greece?
Let me say here that in Enterprise Greece, we haven't seen a cancellation of a single project all this time of the pandemic. The projects that we have been handling keep moving forward without any major interruptions. And in the meantime, we have projects worth close to 7 billion in the grapevine. So we keep seeing significant interest by investors. What, of course, we cannot measure is the additional growth that we might have experienced had the pandemic not happened. So I think that we are on the right track, and I think that the positive image that Greece has gained from the way that it has dealt with the pandemic will help in the post-COVID era. And as I mentioned, this is something temporary. As soon as we've got some kind of effective vaccine or some potent treatment of the COVID virus, things will get back to normal, and I do believe that we will see a strong rebound.
Okay, thanks very much. Thank you very much for those comments. I'm not sure if you'll be able to continue joining us on the discussion, but we really appreciate your input so far.